Hi students, welcome back. This lesson is dedicated to the study of various DML operations. DML stands for Data Manipulation Language. It is a category of SQL statements which allow you to insert, update and delete the data from the tables. In this lesson, you will learn about single row insert operation. For the purpose of this operation and all the DML operations that we are going to learn in subsequent lessons, we shall need a table. We are going to use a table named try_DML in the trial DDL schema. So first switching to the trial DDL schema. Pressing Ctrl Enter. And now we are inside the trial DDL schema. Now here is the create table statement for our exercise table, that is try_DML. Create table try_DML, and there are three columns A, B and C. A int, B varchar tail and C date. Now I execute this command by pressing Ctrl Enter. So the table try_DML will be created. The table has been created. Now there are two methods to perform the single row insert operation. In the first method, we use the column list explicitly and then values are provided correspondingly for those columns. So that is the first way of using an insert statement against a table. There we use the column list explicitly and then we provide the values corresponding to those columns. Now why to use this method? Because this method allows using different order of columns than used at the creation of the table, or you can omit some columns for which the values are not supposed to be provided. The omitted columns automatically assume null values. But here the only condition is that for those columns which have been omitted must not have a not null constraint. So here is the example of the insert statement. So here is the insert statement, and you can see that we have changed the order of the columns in this list of columns explicitly provided over here. So we have altered that order B, C, A, and corresponding to those columns which have been provided in the list of the columns over here, we have provided the values Mickey for column B, 2002-05-14, that is the date, that is for column C, and you observe here that the date has been specified in YYYYMMDD format, because that is the default format used by the MySQL. Remember that the MySQL, in such case, when you provide the date in the default format, does not require any special function to convert that date compatible string into date. There is automatic typecasting done by the system, and so we can provide it in the string form as I have done it over here, 2002-05-14, which is YYYYMMDD format. Then for the column A, we have the value of 15 over here. Now let us execute this, and you can see there has been no error, means the row has been inserted. We shall see the rows shortly, whatever we are inserting. Let us proceed to the next insert statement. Now here you can see one more insert statement, and as I said that in this case from the list of the columns we are omitting the column C, and also the order of A and B columns have been changed, and so the values are provided according to the sequence of columns provided in this list. And this is an example of how we can omit the column. We shall see that the column which has been omitted will assume the null value. Let us insert this row, and since there has been no error, this insert statement has also been successful. Now let us select the data from the try.dml to confirm that our rows have been inserted. So that is the statement, select star from try.dml. I will execute by pressing Ctrl Enter. And you can see that these two rows which were inserted by us are present over here, and for this C column which was omitted in this second insert statement automatically assumes null value. As I said, there are two methods. Now in the second way, you do not provide the list of the columns, but only provide the list of values for all the columns, but corresponding to the positions of the columns used at the time of creation of the table. This is very important. So it is not mandatory, as in the first case we provided the list of the columns explicitly for which we are going to provide the values. But the second way, you do not provide the list of the columns, but only the list of values for all the columns, but corresponding to the positions of the columns used at the time of creation of the table. This is very important. So we shall take an example of this insert statement also. So here is that insert statement. You can see that there is no list of columns over here. Only the list of values have been provided, and this list of values has been provided in the same order. That is, this 17 corresponds to A, this Donald corresponds to this column B, and this date corresponds to the column C. Now let us execute this statement, and since there has been no error, the row must have been inserted. Let us once again check it from the try.dml table. I will put my cursor over the select statement and execute it by pressing Ctrl Enter. And you can see that this row also has been inserted, 17 Donald 2011-07-24. So it comes from over here. There is not much other than to remember the syntax in this operation. Hope you must have understood it. Continue learning by moving on to the next lesson. Thanks for watching.